Hey, this is Brook. I want to show you what I think is a perfect amplifier, the Fender Bassman. This one's like a 62. I got it from Willie's American Guitars in St. Paul, Minnesota. And it's got a normal channel and a bass channel. I guess it must have a little more bass response on this side. On the normal channel, that's what I usually used it as. Volume go, I usually turn them up to about 3, get a really good sound. They start to get a little more distorted. If you turn it up to maybe 5, it starts to really cook. And it doesn't get a lot louder, it just gets a little more saturated as you crank it. But this will sound like a blazing Marshall. I mean, it's the most Marshall rock and roll thing you can imagine when you crank it, but I don't really do that unless I'm using it like direct, like the direct out into like a torpedo, and then I can get the most blazing rock and roll sound. Here's your treble and bass, and then the thing that I was really interested in with this model is the presence control, which is kind of like a bright switch that you can roll up, add more treble. Brian Setzer uses the Bassman. The Beatles had something like this in the studio. So there's the Jewel light, Bassman amp, Fender electrical instruments. It's got this nice plastic handle. When you open these up, you take these 2 screws out. You can pull these plates up, and then the chassis slides out. So, oh boy, let's see what we got here. It says, oh, it's got my name on it. All right. Looks like the back, the tube charts over here. Speaker out, extension speaker out. I usually just run it to a 112 cabinet. You turn them on, hit your power, then you hit your standby. Here's a ground switch, which we don't really need because it has a grounded power cable. Originally, these just had the 2-prong with no ground, so you take your chances on getting shocked if you touch like a outlet or a light switch or a microphone. You might get blasted properly or killed. Very exciting. So this has the 2 6L6 tubes, which are bigger than the 6V6. I usually use 6V6, like deluxe reverbs is plenty for me, but it's got some weight to it. But I just think the design they're beautiful to look at. It has these sliding, whatever you call them, metal strap things, and you can pin on your cabinet onto your, you thumb screws, attach it to the cabinet. This is probably where the handle goes, so it's got a metal plate in there, the handle from the cabinet. But yeah, man, just look at this thing. I've got 3 of these, so this one, I think I've got it sold with the matching cabinet. This is called Ox Blood. It's kind of a dark maroon, brown. Very cool, man. So, yeah, I'll test it out, make sure it's good, but yeah, I'll miss it. I just really don't, I need a little bit of space, and if I get rid of it, then maybe I can buy something else. That's how the game works. But yeah, unfortunately, I just haven't, when I go to my gig, I just need a deluxe reverb or a Princeton or a Champ for what I do. But one time, Surf Zombies I brought 3 Bassmans for guitar, 2 guitars and bass. Everybody had their own Bassman. I think I played this one. And I also took it to a lot of gigs. With that sealed 212 cabinet, it just had the perfect like surf sound. That sealed cabinet really has a different kind of punch versus a open back. So like a 412 Marshall has that it's kind of a thumpy, dry sound that's really cool. Then you add reverb to it, perfect sound. It's just got that tight 60s early surf instrumental sound I love. But I really, at some point, I'm going to have to, these amps are going to have to go away, so now's the time. I'm giving the guy a pretty good deal. Not really making any money on it, so, which is fine. I don't need to make money on everything I do. Sometimes you just sell them and let them go. Looks like it's got one cigarette burn there. That makes it kind of cool. I don't know. There's maybe a cigarette burn there, but otherwise it's in amazing condition for being that old. It's got a little bit of like kind of few little tiny discolor whatever marks, but nothing bad. So this is kind of the lighter brown, and then you see this is kind of like the original old brown. This is more of a tan, I guess. And then this is a repro or whatever, a kit. So we'll just set it there for now. It looks cool there. We'll just leave it there and wait for my man to come over from Indiana and pick it up. But that does look good. I love the brown. The brown face fenders are really, really amazing. They just great circuitry. So yeah, that's an old Princeton that I, kind of my second amp I ever got. My first amp was like that K, and then I've got this Deluxe here, which is a kit amp. And that's an Alamo, and that's like a 57 Deluxe, which we'll look at that one sometime, that one that's covered up. All right. I just want to show you what it looks like. Maybe we'll bring up the cabinet and plug it in the near future. Just